Shin pads are a footballer's best friend, even if players like Jack Grealish do wear such small ones you can barely even see them. But what's the story with shin pads, and are there any rules on how big they should be? It all started with cricket, actually. Cricketers had been wearing shin pads since the 1700s. They'd been introduced not for leg protection, but instead to give batters a strategic advantage. The idea was that batters could put their leg pads in front of the wicket if they missed the ball, preventing them from being bowled out. Obviously, that all changed when the LBW rule came in, but that was the theory behind them. It was thanks to this guy that shin protection made its way over to football. Meet Samuel Widdowson. He was a cricketer and a footballer. He played for Nottingham Forest back in the late 1800s, and he wanted a way to protect his legs from nasty tackles. Apparently, he'd broken his leg in a match against Sheffield United in 1874 and wanted to stop it from happening again. Naturally, his mind drifted to his other favourite sport, where players had been wearing these pads. Story goes, Widdowson cut up his cricket pads, sewed them into his socks and popped them on before taking to the footy pitch. Ta-da! Shin pads. Like all great genius inventors, everyone took the mickey at first. To be fair, he probably looked quite stupid running around with these on. But it's thought his whole Nottingham Forest team then began wearing them from 1887, and the first known use of them in a match was in 1894, in a match between Newcastle and the then Woolwich Arsenal. Eventually, FIFA clocked on that this protection was pretty important for footballers. Multiple studies have shown wearing shin pads clearly reduces the risk of players getting lower leg injuries. And so in 1990, basically 100 years after Widdowson first put them on, shin pads were made compulsory. It became a part of Law 4 of IFAB. That's the body responsible for setting the laws of the game internationally. But the law doesn't actually specify anything about measurements of shin pads. It just says pads must be made of a suitable material and be of an appropriate size to provide reasonable protection. It's really vague, and players can get away with a lot. A lot of grassroots clubs are choosing to ban micro shin pads for obvious reasons though, especially after a 15-year-old player from Penistone Church broke his leg while wearing them. Still no change from IFAB though. That's why Grealish and co can still get away with these ones, which are no bigger than a credit card and which seem to offer little to no protection whatsoever.
Hello, good evening, welcome to the final sports bar of the week. I'm Jason Cundy. Alongside me for the next 3 hours is the legend that is Dean Saunders.
Evening.
How are you, Dino?
All right.
You ready for this?
I'm more concerned with your barnet.
What do you mean? Oh, we'll talk about my bonnet in a second, right? We'll keep that. Keep your powder dry.
I can't stop looking at it now.
Keep your powder dry, son. European qualifying rounds are officially over. Crystal Palace with a massive win against the second best team in Bosnia. Eagles, you made hard work of that, didn't you? But you're through. 0371722 3344. Forest had a scare, but comfortably come through in the end. 3 games under Pereira. Has he won you over yet, fans? I saw it at the weekend against Liverpool. I know you got beat, but you were really, really good. Has he give you a thought that you can remain in the Premier League? 0371722 3344. Elsewhere, up the Chelsea. We got the top of the table, Arsenal, this Sunday. And we're putting 2 fans head-to-head ahead of that huge games with the scarves are off. But we also want to find a neutral out there, right, that wants Arsenal to win the title this season, right? So I don't really want Spurs fans because they're not neutral. I don't want Liverpool because they hate City. I want fans out there who genuinely want Arsenal to win the title. Dean, who do you want to win the title?
Right now, I want Arsenal to win the league. I wanted Liverpool to win it.
Yeah, no, but Liverpool won't win it, mate. You're falling.
I didn't expect Villa to be in the.
No, forget that. Forget
but
that. No.
Because Arsenal.
City and Arsenal, Dino. Just say one.
Arsenal.
Right. 0371722 3344. Get the latest news on Premflix streaming platform. Yes. Simon Jordan's been banging that drum for years. Maybe he will get his way. There's plenty more Premier League action to get through as well this week. And get involved. We can't do the show without you. 0371722 3344. And a reminder, you can now watch us live on YouTube, Smart TV. This is the Sports Bar live here on talkSPORT. Hello, good evening, welcome, all good evening and welcome, Mr. Dino Saunders. How are you, matey?
Very good. I've been listening to you and Jamie.
No, you haven't. Don't lie.
I have. I've been listening
there's
to
no
you.
way
You've been having a field day.
What do you mean?
Well, you've just been winding him up. You even said, you can have a show on talkSPORT. The championship.
EFL special.
EFL Spurs, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got him on toast.
They're not getting relegated, right? I can't see it. It feels odd to say these words, right? Any Spurs fans out there? Spurs are a championship club. That doesn't feel right.
It doesn't. But when you look at the league table,
yeah,
the only thing I'd say is they've got 12 players injured.
Yes, they have. Yeah, that's fair.
But you've got to get some points on the board quickly. They need some points on the board. They've got 29 points. The average, I've had a look, the average points to stay up over the last 5 years, when they've averaged it out, is 36. Right? There's been 40 5 years ago.
Yeah. They went down with 40.
Went down with 40. And then there was the lowest ever, not so long ago, which was 32. Forest, I think it was, went down with 32.
Right.
So it's averaged out about 36 points. Spurs right now are on 29 points. How many games left? 11?
They played 27-28. Yeah, so I think Arsenal played one more game because they're playing the Carabao Cup final.
So you think they'd get
27
7 points, wouldn't you?
Well, look, they've got Fulham at the weekend. I've got them to lose that game.
Well, they're struggling right now, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're struggling. I mean, it keeps.
I think they will have enough. I think they'll get over the line, but. Boy, the fact that we're having this conversation last season, even though there was the worst side not to get relegated, last season I never felt they were in a relegation fight. I never felt they were quite there. This season they are. There's no doubt about that. This season they're absolutely looking over their shoulder.
Can you remember though about 3 years ago when we all used to say it? Do you know if they ever lose Harry Kane, they could go down?
I never said that.
We've said
you might
if
have
they
said
lost Harry Kane, if they lose Harry Kane, they'd be in big trouble. Spurs.
Yeah, maybe big
and
trouble.
They have.
But, well, look, maybe look impossible to replace, right? Because you can't replace someone of that quality. But no one thought that the Spurs would be in a position that they are fighting for their Premier League survival. No one genuinely thought that, mate.
Only not that long ago, I said the front three were as good as anybody in the league. They had Son, Kulusevski and Kane. That wasn't that long ago. And he thought with them, those three up front, you've got a chance of beating anybody. The two centre-halves are good. Romero, he's a bit of a liability. Yeah. Romero and Van de Ven. And they've got injuries, haven't they? Brennan Johnson come in, got 19 goals last season. They've sold him. And they just
We've
look
got
like...
Kulusevski, as you mentioned
He's injured,
there.
and Kudos, he's injured now as well. So
Donkey's been out injured.
Yeah.
Romero's been suspended.
By the way, Thomas Frank is a obviously proven, really good Premier League manager.
Yeah.
Proven. And you walk into clubs, I've done it, you walk in and you just, no matter what you try, you sit down, you rack your brains, you just can't get the team going.
This has been going on, this is not just a Thomas Frank problem, Igor problem. You know, you can go back, I mean, the Big Ange, you know, he started off life very well. I think, he didn't get beaten his first 9 or something ridiculous. They were top of the table, second. And since that, in the last 18 months-ish, 19 months, they have fallen off. You know, so they've won, how many games do you think they've won since October the 26th? So we're talking
hardly any at all.
Four months ago. How many games have they won in 4 months in the Premier League?
I bet it's only about 2 or 3, is it? 2. 2, yeah.
2 games in the Premier League.
Do you know what, though?
4 months.
I remember saying, this is before Kane went, I remember saying, if you were in hospital in a coma for 10 years and someone pushed you, nudged you,
and woke you up
from
the coma,
and you went, how are you feeling? I went, all right, where are Spurs in the league? You go 5th, wouldn't you? You'd say 5th. They finish 5th, 6th, 4th, 5th, 6th every year. And then they sell Harry Kane. Yeah. And 17th last year.
It's not just down there. They're injured. I think it's only right you do mention how many injuries they've had. But if I was a Spurs fan, because when Big Ange was manager, they had so many injuries, right? And everyone was saying, what's the training like? Is he overplaying them? Is there joined up thing between strength and conditioning, the manager, the medical team? Well, since he's gone, nothing has changed. In fact, you could argue it's got worse. Internally, there must be some serious questions asked about why so many players are injured and how long they are out for. That is, you know, that can, well, it's destroying their season. It's not just down to that, but that is a big part.
I'll give you another angle on it that you might not have thought about, because obviously you look at, when you get injured, right, normally it's tired on top of tired, or you got a little bit, some fibres torn on top of that. 2 weeks later, you get injured. So you're playing a game, you damage your calf, but not enough to stop you training. You think, I've just got a bit of a calf there, just hurt my calf, but not enough. It's not pulled, but a few fibres have ripped, and then you play another game on top of it, and 2 weeks later your calf goes, or your hamstring goes. So normally you get injured, and 2 weeks later it comes to like a muscle injury. That is kicks you can't avoid.
No.
So you try to monitor them, and I've had a sports scientist, and you have the GPS vets on, you give them urine samples in the morning, they have saliva tests, they spit on something and they chest. If you're dehydrated, you're not allowed to train. Go and drink. Players' history as well. So, for example, some players in November, around that schedule that comes, FA Cup, whatever, over 4 games they pull a hamstring every year. Same date, same players. So you can do something about it now. Another thing, can you remember back when you were playing, the coaches used to come in and say, get off the training ground, get in. You've done enough. Get in. You've done enough today. Hey, in you go. In you go. No messing around with the balls out there.
Yeah, but you strikers used to shoot in practice.
Yeah, so they'd say, for that reason, they go, get in there, get in. And the reason they told you to get in is because you finish training, you're boiling hot, you're standing about, walking about, start hitting a few shots before your muscles have got cold.
Lactic acid.
Yeah. So, this is the angle I'm going to give you on it. Set piece coaches. How long do you think they're spending on the training ground doing set pieces, which the players detest beyond belief? They hate doing it. Standing around in the cold weather. Yeah, but I would put a lot of the injuries down.
Set piece. You're blaming the set piece coach now.
Yeah. How long are you keeping them out there? Are you doing it before training starts? Or are you doing it at the end of training? Where they stood about, the body's cooled down, and all of a sudden they start...
I can't believe you're pointing the finger at the set piece coach, mate.
Well, I'm not blaming the set piece coach, but he's got to put some time and effort in. So when's he doing it? I would look at that. If I've got a load of injuries, I'd look right through it. It's my fault somewhere. If you've got 13 injuries, you're doing something. Something's not right. Another thing, I remember I was training with Wales, just quickly on it, because I can see you looking at it.
No, Dana, I'm totally absorbed.
I'm training with Wales, right? Bobby Gould's the manager, and he brings a fitness coach in. Yeah. So the fitness coach is now come in and he's got to do his bit every day, hasn't he? So he's got us doing dynamic stretches. Do you know what they are?
That's where you stretch with movement.
Yes. So you hold onto the bar and you swing your leg up as high as you can forward, high as you can back, change legs. Then it's out sideways with your groins. Yeah. Nearly every player that played for Wales in that game had a hamstring. 2 weeks later.
The dynamic stretching.
Well, you start doing things you don't normally do. Yeah. So Klopp had it when he went into Liverpool and he started training them harder to be able to cover the ground that he wanted them to cover. So he started the training that he was doing at Dortmund. All the players are getting injured. Can't cope because they haven't had pre-season properly. Yep. If you do
it came halfway through a season.
Yeah, if you do it in pre-season, you can ease off before the season starts. Right. You can do all that different exercises and you can get the muscles ready. So if you're jumping over hurdles pre-season every day, you'll be sore, but the manager will just ease off training. You're not missing any games. But if you start doing it mid-season, new manager, different training.
So not new manager bounce.
You can have new manager getting them all injured. And obviously
Spurs have had new manager trounce.
Thomas Frank's got to look at the training he's doing. Yeah. And the fitness coaches, anything where you stop training and you're walking around for 10, 15 minutes, you can get injured. Ronnie Moran would not let me shoot at Liverpool. He wouldn't let me shoot. I was striker. After training, get in. That's how you pull a thigh. Get in. You've just trained for 90 minutes. Get in your thigh. You pull your thigh, wouldn't let you do it.
So you're blaming the coach or the set piece coach? Just one word. Set piece coach.
Right, okay. Well, both.
All right. Over to you, Spurs. Look, the injury list is ridiculous. There's internally there has to be some questions asked about why so many injuries and how long they are out for. What's happened to Kulusevski? Where's he gone? 03717 2233 He's Dean Saunders. I'm Jason Cundy. Next up, we'll hear from neutrals. Okay, who do you want to win the Premier League? Are there any genuine neutral fans out there that want Arsenal? Pick up the phone, 03717 2233 You are listening to Sports Radio on TalkSport Bet. Download the new TalkSport Bet app today. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
He's that type, Gab. He gets that pace. You were quick, and he gets away from defenders. You ain't catching him.
Yeah, especially when you're Otamendi. You know, he's closer to 40 Otamendi than he is 30. He was struggling to get back. But look at the finish out. We're just talking there while we heard that clip. For all the youngsters out there that are trying to be a footballer, that's the composure. Because if he took that on his left foot, probably keeper saves it. But to sort of put your body around the ball, open your right foot out, and literally guide it through. Yeah. The Thierry Henry finish, I call it. Which you
can also open your body out and look at that far post and go to hit it with your right and go the other way.
Yeah, reverse it. Yeah,
you cheat the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but when you bend it like that low as well, it's hard for keepers to get down, isn't it?
You can only do that with practice.
Yeah, 100%.
One and one.
Wow, he was on one yesterday. Everything went through him. Mbappe was out injured with a knee issue. And it was just the case of Vinny Jr. was never going to let Benfica win. And what I liked about him is what happened last week didn't affect him. He goes over to the corner flag and still does his dance.
How good were Real Madrid?
Real Madrid were very poor. Vinicius Jr. Was their best player, but Real Madrid are missing Mbappe, Haaaaas, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Milito.
You worried about Bellingham getting back full fitness?
No, it did show a clip earlier on in the week at Real Madrid. He's back. He's playing with the Bulls. You know, so that's always a good sign now. It means he's on his way back from his hamstring injury.
Good evening, you're listening to Sports We're here on talkSPORT. He's Dean Saunders, I'm Jason Cundy. Still to come when your calls on tonight's European action, 03717 223344. But now, let's start to have a look ahead to the Premier League weekend. talkSPORT have live and exclusive commentary of Wolves versus Aston Villa tomorrow night. We'll go through that shortly, but let's start with a big one on Sunday as Arsenal host Chelsea. England striker Ivan Toney joined Drive Today's show and was asked whether he wants to see Arsenal win the title.
Arsenal fans hate me as it is, so I can't say too much. But now, I do want them to win. I think it's boring City winning all the time. It would be nice for another team to win. Also, a couple friends at Arsenal also. So I think, it'll be special for them. Obviously, being so close for so long, and hopefully they can finally get over the line. But I think they know City have been there, done it. So City have that little advantage. But I feel like Arsenal maybe can do it this time.
Yuck. That's what I'm going to say. Do not want Arsenal winning the title. I'm a Chelsea fan, right? It's the way it should be, right? It's the way it should be, Dina. Don't look at me like that. I don't want Arsenal winning the title, mate. All right? I've said all season they will, and I fear I'm going to be proven right. All right? I don't want to win the title.
Right. I thought the massive London derby was Spurs-Tottenham. Spurs-Arsenal.
Yeah, right? They're North London derby, yeah.
So who's Chelsea's biggest rivals? Spurs?
In London, Spurs. I mean, they say Fulham and QPR and Brentford. They're not. No.
So why do you hate Arsenal then?
No, I don't hate Arsenal. I just don't want Arsenal to win the title.
Why?
Because they're London. I don't want anyone in London doing well. In fact, someone's got to win the Premier League title. Give it to Man City. That's all I've got to say. Give it to City.
Well,
no, not give it to City.
What's your reasons for that? Just because
because Arsenal fans are unbearable. They're unbearable. They haven't won the title in 22 years. They're still unbearable, all of them. Honestly, the entitlement from them. Their Premier League record for the last 22 years, they've not been involved in it, right? Okay, they've had a couple of skirmishes with City. Their European status is absolutely disgustingly bad. They won, the Cup Winners' Cup? I don't know how they are. One European trophy. Doesn't even exist anymore. 03717 223344. Let's go and speak to James, who is a Charlton fan. All right, Jimbo.
Hi, James.
All right, Jimbo.
Hello, Dean. Hello.
Hello, matey. You're a Charlton fan, right? So that puts you as a neutral.
Yes, sure.
Oh,
yeah,
hey,
I
Charlton, what a club, Charlton, by the way. I made my debut at Charlton.
Thank you. Sorry?
I made my league debut at Charlton for Swansea.
That is that.
The Valley. The old
really?
Valley.
I didn't actually know that.
Do you know, I remember walking down the tunnel and walking out, and I couldn't believe the size on the terracing opposite.
Yes, it used to be enormous, didn't it?
60,000 people.
It was enormous.
Yeah.
It went on forever.
Yeah, no, it did go far back, didn't it? We have one of the biggest attendances, I think, in the country, like nearly 80,000.
Do you know as well? We spent. I think it was me and you, Jace. We spent about an hour naming famous Charlton players. Can you remember one show we done?
We did.
And people were ringing in and pulling names out the hat.
Yeah, that we just couldn't remember.
It's a great club. Clive Minton. Don't start. Once you start, Graham Stewart. Once you Scott Minto.
Richard Rufus.
Derek Hales.
You could just name them for days.
Yeah.
Carl Leeburn.
Carl Leeburn got a mention. Yeah. Darren Bent.
His son plays for Charlton now.
He does, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Right, so we can't be naming Charlton players again, right? We've done that show. Right, random. You're a Charlton fan, Jimbo, right?
Yeah.
Right, you're a Londoner, yeah?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, this has got to be easy for you. Go on, who do you want to win the title?
I do want Arsenal to win the title. And there's one reason only. I wish you didn't play the Ivan Toney clip because that mirrors my opinions. I want someone different to win it. They last time they won it in 2004.
Why? Okay, I don't get that argument. Someone different. Why does that make you feel better?
Well, it doesn't make it. It just makes it more entertaining in the fact that it's always Liverpool, City, Liverpool, City, City. It used to be United, and
Liverpool have only won it twice. You can't mention Liverpool more than twice. They've only won it twice.
Do you know why I want Arsenal to win the league?
A few times.
Right, well, I want Arsenal to win the league. Sorry, I'm just going to tell you why I want Arsenal to win the league. They've done things properly, and they've given the manager. They could have sacked Arteta at least 15 times in the last 5 years, and they never. And they've stuck with him.
Then your opinions have to be based on your bitterness.
I've got no bitterness towards Arsenal. I think the way they've done it, when he had, not that long ago, Aubameyang, Ozil, picking the wages up, culture at the club was terrible, and he's turned it completely around.
All of that is a good thing. But that...
Okay. And it's a legendary club, and it's a cycle, Jace. Man United had a cycle, Liverpool had a cycle.
I don't want Arsenal on a cycle.
Arsenal are coming round the cycle. How long's it took them? 20-odd years?
22 years.
They're going to do it on the...
No, I think that they are the best side in the country. I think they will do it. So it's just because you want to see a change, Jimbo. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it'd be great if, someone like Brentford could win the league, but it's just never going to happen, is it?
Let me ask you this,
You
then.
might get a Leicester again.
Let me ask you this, right?
Just different people.
Let me ask you this. Last day of the season, Arsenal don't win the title. Wouldn't you have some fun in that?
Well, if Aston Villa win it instead, then go for it. Just don't want to see you winning it. The smug pep face and heart. No, I don't want to see that anymore.
Smug? You haven't seen Arteta? Let's go and speak to Lee, who's a Liverpool fan. All right, Lee?
Hi, Lee.
Hello.
Evening. Welcome to the show.
How you doing?
I'm all right, matey. How are you?
Right, listen, I'll tell you about the Arsenal, why they should be winning it.
Go on.
Lewis Skelly, Madueke, Dowman, Rice, Saka, Eze, White, English. Right? Every Premier League team, they win. You've got to have a backbone of British English players in your squad, and I respect them for playing them boys. I don't like.
Sorry, Lee. What are you on about?
Like Chelsea did when they had Lampard and John Terry when they won everything.
When Man United won it. When you look back at the history of the Premier League, right?
So hold on.
Every team that's won it has had a backbone of English players. End of. And you need it. You need it.
Why do you need it?
Simple.
Why do you need it?
Well, because they understand the country, they understand the fans, they understand what everyone wants.
That's rubbish. What do you mean understand what they want? What do you mean what they want? They want to win the title.
That's correct.
Yeah, but everyone wants to win the title. Trossard wants to win the title. Gyökeres wants to win the title. Raya wants to win.
League. Listen, Jay, right. You get these boys in from foreign lands. Of course, they're good players, obviously, but it takes a little while to settle into our Premier League, yeah? But if you look, I'm only talking about history. You only have to look at history, and it tells you straight. If you look at the history of the Premier League and the winners, look at their teams. They've always had a backbone of British English players.
Why do you care?
End of.
Why do you care where they come from?
Because I'm patriotic about my country. And
so am I.
I like Newcastle. I like Chelsea. Because they've got a backbone of British players. I like Aston Villa. You look at them, and they're doing well.
So it's only because they have...
You only have to look at it. It says it's proven. It's proven.
What's proven?
That the teams...
You have British English players in your squad, you will win the Premier League.
I don't know if that's true, mate.
Well, how many did Man City have, by the way?
Have a look at the history. You'll understand it then.
Just so Sterling, John Stones. Who else did they have? Who else did they have?
Correct.
Man City.
Walker. Walker. Phil Foden. Come on, you can name them.
There's always going to be some English players in the team, in the squad.
Well done. Cheers, Dino. You're right on the score. You're with me, aren't you, brother? I
don't get that.
The team that wins the league, in my opinion, the team that wins the league, right? Obviously, you sign talented players. The secret of football is you sign talented players and you get them all rowing in the right direction. Yeah. The best team without the ball normally wins the league. So you've got to try and convince them to work hard and get the ball back.
Lee?
Correct.
Lee, hello, mate.
On. Yes, I'm
How many English players did Liverpool have last season when you won the Premier League?
Well, let's go. Well, we had Trent, we had Jonesy, we had Harvey Elliott, we had Andy Robertson.
Curtis Scottish.
Well, I'm not just saying English.
Oh, so you had three.
Okay.
Curtis Jones.
No, that's four. I say British. I don't just
mean English. British now? You can't start spreading the net.
No, listen.
Sorry, Lee, where are you from? Sorry, you English?
Hopefully.
So now it's British. I don't.
He's claiming Andy Robertson.
You can't claim Andy Robertson,
and he's claiming Kelleher.
Andy Robertson
can't claim Kelleher. Can't claim Kelleher.
You've got a Union Jack on your head, haven't you?
You can't claim Kelleher, mate.
Have you got a Union Jack on your head?
But you said you're patriotic, so you now want it to be British, not English. You might have said that at the beginning, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, well, I've got Welsh, I've got Irish grandmother. Yeah. I had an Irish.
Okay, what about, let's widen the net. What about having
I don't mind that.
What about having European players? Let's widen the net.
Yeah, but listen, that's great because it's enhanced all our youth. It's helped us.
What do you mean, helped who?
Helped all our academies. Made our young boys much better players. 100%.
If you don't care about Scotland, do you?
That's why we got like Palmer, and Carl and Lewis and O'Reilly, all the boys coming through from the academy.
They're
learning
City's
from
academy.
the boys.
They come from City's academy.
Hey, how many have Chelsea got? Speaking of Palmer.
Oh,
We got Reece,
Reece James.
yeah, Levi Colwill,
Yeah.
all right, Palmer,
Yeah. It's 3.
Delap.
4.
There's another couple.
Delap's.
Can I claim any French? Can I claim any kind of widen the net Europe?
You can't. No, you can't.
Can't go to Europe.
French.
I mean, look, he's just spread the net wherever he wants, Lee.
I think we've missed the obvious one.
There's probably
Chelsea.
There's one. Jamie Gittins.
Yeah, there you go. There's another one.
I don't buy that. 03717223344 and even neutrals. And does it matter? Does it matter the fact that Arsenal have a number of English or British now? He's widened the net as soon as he said he was a Liverpool fan. He wanted to claim Robertson. Does it matter? 03717223344. Keep the calls coming. Neutrals, do you want Arsenal to win the title? We are listening to Sports Bar here on talkSPORT. With talkSPORT Bet, download the app today. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
I think introducing VAR, which is commonplace today. It's still got its critics. It's not perfect. But I believe this World Cup, you will see an improved VAR. You'll have the best technicians, the best technology, right? I think there'll be very few queries. Introducing the Club World Cup was another thing. Women's football, let's just talk about that. When he came in, there were only 140 national associations with women's teams. Today, there's 198 national associations with women's teams. That is an achievement in itself.
I can't have the former Arsenal vice chair in studio without asking you, is the club about to end its 22-year title wait this season?
Well, they've got a great chance, haven't they? They're fighting on all 4 fronts. It's in their hands. They've got the best squad that I can remember for a long time. I think they're well organised, difficult to beat. They've had a few blips, but nothing goes in a straight line. We were blessed with Arsenal and the Invincibles in 2003-04, going, it was 49 games, going the whole season unbeaten. By game 8 this year, Jim, all the major teams have got beaten. Arsenal got beaten, Liverpool, Spurs, Manchester United, Man City. Everybody lost by game 8, not game 38. That shows how difficult it is to win the Premier League and to be invincible.
Talking about the Invincibles, Martin Keown, has he always been paranoid?
Best man marker in the business.
Brilliant. David, it was fun, wasn't it? Great to see you this morning.
I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thank you.
Good evening, thanks for your company. It's Dean Saunders. I am Jason Cundy. This is the Sports Bar still to come, but we're looking at Dean Saunders derby tomorrow night. Wolves take on Villa. I didn't know you were Wolves. You played for a lot of clubs, didn't you?
You winding me up?
You managed Wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't play for Wolves.
No.
No, okay, fair enough, yeah.
Do you know, I was 34 playing for Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Right? And the only club I hadn't played at, really, was Wolves. It was the only... I was 34 and I hadn't played at Molyneux.
Well, you haven't played at that ground?
No.
That's unbelievable.
I was 34.
And you managed it?
And I was manager, yeah, for a short 3.5 months.
First, so let's go back to the calls. Any neutrals want Arsenal win the title? Yuck, 03717223344. First time, let's go and speak to Chris, who's a Crystal Palace fan. All right, Christy boy.
Hi, Chris.
Hello, Jason.
Hello,
Hello,
matey.
Jason, you all right?
Eagles.
Hey, just before we start, Jason, does the number 645 mean anything to you?
645?
645.
645. No, go on.
You were the 645th player that Palace signed as a professional.
Is that right? I actually went on loan. So I was the 645th player to play for Crystal Palace.
You were the 645th.
I didn't know that. Do you know I played 4 games on loan, right?
How'd you play?
75% win rate, 1-3, drew 1.
Did you make any mistakes?
Never lost a game in the Palace shirt, mate.
You never give a goal away?
Never gave a goal away.
I saw Jason Cundy in a Palace t-shirt.
You what? What do you mean?
I said I saw Jason Cundy in a Palace t-shirt.
You've got a t-shirt with that written on it. Yeah. I saw Jason Cundy.
No, you haven't.
Palace t-shirt.
Yeah, they don't exist.
No,
they don't exist.
No, I haven't. I haven't.
You're scared me. Go on, then. What do you want to say? By the way, Chris, before we move on, do you want Arsenal to win the title or Man City?
100% Man City.
Yeah, okay. Good lad. Go on, then. What do you want to say?
That's what I want to say. I mean, I just do not want Arsenal to win it. I think they're boring. I think they're fans, and I'm sure the self-entitlement is just on a different level.
Isn't it? I know.
And I have to say, Palace always do one upset every season, and I think our last game at home is Arsenal. To beat them or to draw and make them lose, it would be sweet as a nut.
Sweet as a nut. Were you at the game tonight, Chris?
Yeah, I stayed awake for the whole 90 minutes. I was there.
That wasn't great, was it?
Oh, it was horrible.
What?
It was a real struggle.
Chris, what's your thoughts on Glasner? It sounded like he got quite a good reception.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he did what he did for us, and I will never ever boo the bloke.
No.
I must admit, I don't clap him off, but I'll never boo him because I am thankful. But he's not doing himself any favours. I mean, he's just leaving a little bad taste in people's mouths, and he didn't have to do it.
Mm. Well, look, you're in the next round. Congratulations. I think tomorrow's the draw, isn't it, for all the European games? We'll find out you're going to be playing. Let's go and speak to... Who's that? Aziz, who's an Arsenal fan. All right, Aziz?
Hi, Aziz.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
How you doing, Dino?
I'm all right.
Good show.
Jason's having a go at your team here.
I'm not. No, I'm
well, yeah, they do. He does all the time. He does all the time. Hey, man. I mean, I must give it to Jason. He's always kind of objective. I mean, when he talks about a game, when he analyzes a game and all of that, he's always very objective. Says it as it is. Not, I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm going to say this. But O'Hara, on the other hand, he talks about what he wants to happen, not what would realistically happen. What he wants to happen.
You know, there's an official name for that. It's called blind loyalty.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for that.
That's the name for it. You can't say anything bad, even though they think it themselves. You can't say anything bad about the team.
Yeah, the team you support, so he can't say anything bad about that.
They think
I think he's been quite harsh on Spurs at times. I think he's been quite honest.
Jamie? No, he wears his heart on his sleeve.
He does. At times he does.
No, he only rants about Spurs.
Right.
He only rants about the hierarchy or the kind of football they're playing or whatever. I mean, 1 minute it's Spurs are back, then the next one is he goes, well, he needs to go.
But Aziz, forget that. For Jamie's not here to defend himself.
No, but by the way, he's got a point, hasn't he?
What?
17th in the league, and look where they are now. Over the last 2 years, he's got a point.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Hasn't he? Because Spurs have never been in this sort of position.
No, they haven't.
So he's probably right. You know, they haven't won many games, have they? In the last
2 since October the 26th. Aziz, though, you're going to win the title, aren't you?
Oh, well, I mean, I really, really hope we do. Obviously, I really hope we do. I mean, we've not won anything significant for 22 years.
No.
Okay, fine, I accept it.
Yeah.
Right? But for 22 years, you guys have been giving it to Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
You have been giving it, belting it out every year.
Yeah.
You know, they go like Arsenal is like Netflix show. There's always a next season. So if we win it this year, I mean, for 22 years, that's enough. It's enough pain, misery from you lot.
I know, but if you win it, I will congratulate you. You know, I'm you know.
Yeah, I know you will.
I will congratulate you because you deserve it, and I've said I think you're the best side. You're going to win it, but Aziz, it'd be so funny if you don't know, mate. It'd be so funny.
Yeah, well, I guess if we don't win it, believe me, I mean, I think I'm never listening to talkSPORT.
Aziz, we'll welcome you on the Sports Bar with open arms.
That will be so unbearable to listen to.
Yeah.
You know, so, well, I mean, but one thing I want to say is, Jason.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to take a very, very long time for any other London team to win the Premier League.
Right.
I mean, in general, even Arsenal, even if, I mean, it's
taking you 22 years.
Yeah, well, I mean...
No, well, it's taken Arteta 5 years. So they've kept one manager for 5 years. For one reason, leave him build a squad to try and win the league, and it's worked.
Listen, they're a brilliant side. I said that. They're well coached. They're incredibly strong all over the pitch, right? I've got no problem praising them. Just don't want to see them win it.
Yeah, I know.
Just like you wouldn't want to see Chelsea win the Champions League, would you?
Oh.
Well, you've seen it twice, I suppose, haven't you? You've seen that.
I would. I mean, let me just blow your mind there. I mean, I would rather see Chelsea win the Champions League than Man City win it, or Liverpool win it.
Oh, the Champions League.
You know?
I would have pound on Arsenal to win everything.
I know, but you're on the quadruple, though, Aziz. Do you know what? The Sports Bar will have to pack up. If Arsenal win...
Imagine they win everything.
Don't. Aziz will be phoning every night, wouldn't you, Aziz?
Oh, well, I would come to your London office and sit down there every night.
We'll get you in the studio, Aziz, all right? How about that? Aziz, you're a good lad. I can't wish you good luck the weekend. Right? What's going to happen the weekend?
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
We'll do it. We will do it. Yeah. Just 1-0. That's it.
All right, okay. Aziz there, the Gooner. 03717223344. If you're neutral, do you want Arsenal to win the title? They're unbearable, aren't they? Can you imagine? Oh, my God, the Sports Bar will be an absolute turmoil if they win the Premier League. Imagine they win the Champions League and the Premier League. The Sports Bar will have to be closed down for the summer till the World Cup starts. 03717223344. Next up, we look at the Dean Saunders derby. Wolves host Aston Villa. Live here on talkSPORT. You are listening to the Sports Bar here on talkSPORT. talkSPORT Bet. Download the new talkSPORT Bet app today. 18 plus. BeGambleAware.org.
We're joined live, Simon, by Daniel Dubois, and alongside Daniel is his trainer, Don Charles. Don, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Jim.
Good to see you again. And this fella on my right, Daniel Dubois, who very kindly speaks to this show on something of a semi-regular basis when his dad gets him up and out of bed. Daniel, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah.
Good to speak to you. Good to have you here in studio.
Yeah.
7 months on from your last fight, how good does it feel to be back in camp again, Daniel, with a big one on the horizon against Fabio?
Yeah, I'm just privileged. Glad to get this opportunity, and I'm ready to go out there and smoke him. You know, work everything we've been doing in the gym and put it to practice.
What kind of nick are you in? How would you describe where you're at in terms of your fitness, your focus?
I'm ready. I'm in good shape right now. I could fight in just a couple of weeks. You know, I'm in form, and I think I'm going to be just a different level, and better than I've ever fought before. Anyway.
I mean, you were at a different level when you destroyed Anthony Joshua. Are we going to see something like that again?
Yeah, you're going to see a performance of a lifetime from me. I'm going to just put everything I've been working on and I got inside me in the ring and come away with that belt.
Don, it's been well documented. You two split for a time. You went one way, Daniel went another.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, a man called Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped that most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money. But instead of entering the league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. And it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil. And the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed, they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest football teams in Brazil. Now, they were global superstars, and despite not being professional, Corinthians drew in the crowds. Everybody wanted to play them, everybody wanted to watch them. So much so, they regularly played the winners of the FA Cup in what eventually became the Community Shield, winning most of the time. They actually inflicted Manchester United's worst defeat, 11-3, a record which still stands to this day. Now, fast forward to today, Corinthian Casuals still don't pay their staff or players. The ethos of sportsmanship is still at the heart of everything that they do. And even though they're a side in the lower leagues, if you make the trip to King George's Field in Tolworth just off the A3, you'll most likely bump into Brazilian Corinthians fans who often make the pilgrimage across the globe just to watch their founding team play.
Good evening, thanks for listening to the Sports Bar. He's Dean Soros, I'm Jason Cundy. Still to come, we'll take more of your calls, and with any neutrals want Arsenal to win the title this season. And it's the return of the Midnight Train. We need your help, gang. You know how it works. Pick up the phone, 03 717 223344. No sport, no politics, no religion, nothing too serious. Other than that, anything goes. But first, tomorrow night we have the Dean Saunders Derby, live and exclusive here on talkSPORT.
Back in from Krejci, and it's 1-1. They deserve it. Wolves level at Old Trafford.
We're all fighting for something now. Fighting for our careers, fighting for the football club, and it's important that we show up.
I think they have improved slightly under Rob Edwards.
And driven in! Off the post and in! Would you believe it? The youngster is dozing!
Anything can happen. We know we've learned to expect that over the years.
Now Rodgers in the area, low shot into the net, 2-0 to Aston Villa.
If you look at the table, Manchester United.
And only 3 points behind Aston Villa in third. Everton 0, Manchester United 1.
There's some big games coming for Villa.
And it's turned in, and that is the equaliser. Late on, slammed in by Tammy Abraham.
1 point, still being third, still getting 1 point in for the table, important for us, and keep going forward.
Yes, Molineux will play host to the Dean Saunders Derby tomorrow night, or as others call it, the West London Derby, as top 4 hopefuls, Aston Villa even, will head to the bottom of West. It says here West Midlands.
Yeah, you said London.
Did it say London? Did it say London? That's unbelievable. West Midlands Derby. As top 4 hopefuls, Aston Villa will head to the bottom side, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Ahead of the game, Wolves boss Rob Edwards is speaking to the media and has insisted there's still fight and belief in his side, despite them sitting rock bottom.
Everyone's desperate to try and do well and try and do better. You know, the results haven't been good enough for a long period of time. You know, we've started to get some. We've had a block of games where we did, and then lost a few, and then we've had a block of games again where we got results. Unfortunately, it's the one thing we can't guarantee, but we can guarantee we're going to give everything and keep fighting hard. And that's the stuff that, obviously, that's the message I keep getting out there, and we are doing. But we all want it. You know, we want results to come from that as well. And we've got a really exciting week, you know, and at home as well to try and get some results as well. So we're looking forward to that.
Yes, Rob Edwards speaking ahead of that game to help us to build up. From the Wolves perspective of Gully Kula from the Talking Wolves podcast. Gully, good evening, sir.
Evening, gents. How are you doing?
How are you, Bride? Rob Edwards, actually, I heard Benty in that package there saying that I think Wolves have improved. I don't think there's any doubt that there is definitely a better looking Wolves at the moment, but I'm guessing you'd love to try and derail Aston Villa's top 4 hopes.
Yeah, it's something to kind of look forward to, I suppose, going into the game. And to be fair, we've always had a relatively good record against Villa at Molineux. I know plenty of Villa fans, and I don't think any of them are looking forward to the game tomorrow night, frankly, just because it's a bit of a miserable place for them to go and watch football. They don't tend to come away with too many results.
Do you know, when I look back at my little spell I had at the club, it's a great club, Wolves, and I really wish I'd done better than we done. And I look at what's happened. Obviously, new owners took over, and was it Mendes, the agent, started bringing in players from Portugal, and you had Jota, and then every year started selling your best players, and I just thought, it's going to catch up with you if you keep selling your best players. Brighton have obviously got round that by their Moneyball type recruitment they've done. But I think it's caught up with Wolves selling their best players.
Yeah, no, it's obvious what's gone wrong, and the summer was really the start of the demise, I think, and the lack of quality of replacement for the players that went out. And you can see, you know, Ryan Nouri cementing his place as a left back at Man City now. Matheus Cunha really starting to come into his own at Man United, and you know the replacements have been nowhere. I mean, the fact of the matter is, I think John Arias came in theory as a Cunha replacement, isn't even at the club anymore. Fer Lopez came in as well, gone out on loan to Celta Vigo.
Yes, plenty.
Yeah. There's loads of names you could reel off, and it's quite frightening to see the kind of low standard of forward line we've got now, compared to what we've had over the years, and how anyone thought that might mount a serious challenge to stay in the league is beyond me.
Gully, since Rob Edwards has come in, you heard that little package there. He said there's still fight and belief in this squad. I think there's some truth in that. How much of an upturn in events have you found?
We've been better. Yeah. We have been better. And I think I've always held the belief that the defence and the midfield is of a kind of lower mid-table standard. We don't score goals, and you can see that in our record, you know, and it's not a case that we're missing chances, particularly, notwithstanding the fact that we missed a penalty at the weekend, which probably would have gone on to win us a game, I think. But in general, we just do not create enough as a football team to win us games. And if we concede, the likelihood of us scoring twice in a game, unless it's Arsenal, of course, is very, very slim. Yeah.
And he's a good lad, Rob Edwards. I actually coached him for a short spell with Wales. He was in the Wales squad, and I've sat with him and had dinner with him, and he's a really nice lad. And he's honest as well. And he's come in. I think he's done a good job. He'll make his own pride in himself. He'll make him get results with a performance. You know, they're not a shambles, are they? The team's not a complete shambles.
Well, you tell us, Gully.
It's not a shambles in the sense that we're not going to get battered 3 or 4 every week, right? It's a shambles in the sense that you watch us get into the final third and look totally clueless, you'll know as well as anyone, Dean, your goals are required to win us football matches. And
the problem he's had, right? Which I mean, we've all had it. You go into a club, it's a sinking ship. When he's walked in, the ship's sinking, and you've got to somehow get all the players in the boat rowing in the right direction. And there's 3 different managers been in before you who've signed these groups of players, and they have all gone to their agent for whatever reason, and they've said, "Listen, we're going to slide into the Championship here. We're going to slide down a league. You need to get me out of here." And it shows then in the performances. Players blaming everybody else in the dressing room, pointing the finger. It's not me, it's him. Little click start. We'll stick together here. The manager comes in, as a Gotham. They go round the manager to the owner. He's lost the dressing room. I've seen it so many times, but he's managed to galvanise them into getting a draw with Arsenal. You know, that wasn't a fluke. I just think you're right. There's lack of talent at the top end of the pitch. So they can't win games by just being organised.
Yeah, no, totally. And it's a crying shame, really, because we're a team that's been in the league for 8 years now. So the guys that were coming into the club, it's not like we're anticipating a relegation battle at the start of every season. We should, in theory, be quite an established club at this level. But at the end of the day, if you don't replace quality with quality, this is where it lands, and it's just so far off the required level.
Give us a prediction, please, Gully. Tomorrow, you're going to the game, right?
Yeah.
You've had one victory all season. One in the Premier League.
Yeah, and I'll read all my Villa mates that it's written in the stars that we win this game, because we do. We beat Villa at Molineux, generally speaking. So I'm going to hang my hat on a 1-0 because I think I'm just feeling a bit optimistic, and I need to see that win. We need to see another win. It's the Derby record's in sight, right? So if we do it tomorrow, we go past it. And we also take over West Brom as like the team with the best top flight record, I think, in that league table. So that'll be a nice one to have over them.
Well, listen, Gully,
slide down to League One.
I wish you all the best, bud. Have a good weekend. I hope it starts well for you tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Thanks,
luck.
gents.
Good luck, Gully.
Cheers, bud. That was Gully Kular from the Talking Wolves podcast. Just a reminder, Wolves take on Aston Villa in the Premier League, live and exclusive here on talkSPORT tomorrow night. That is at 8 p.m. kickoff. You are listening to Sportswear here on talkSPORT. With talkSPORT Bet, download the app today for the latest odds and offers. 18 plus, begambleaware.org. Next up, we have some fun with the rest of talkSPORT.
Simon, it's reported Frank Warren of Queensberry is engaged in a legal battle with the companies Sella and TKO, headed up by Turki Al Sheikh and Dana White. They are fronting Zuffa Boxing. What's all this about? Mr. Warren's company, Queensberry, is claiming that Sella and TKO breached contracts they'd signed with them and went behind his back to form a venture, Zuffa, that aims to dominate boxing. The Telegraph understands this morning that Queensberry will seek up to $1 billion compensation for income the company claims it would have made had the contracts been honoured. Frank suing Turkey and Al Al-Sheikh and Dana White. Turkey, Al Al-Sheikh and Dana White. It seems it's all getting a bit nasty, isn't it? And those who were once friends are very much no longer friends.
Well, I mean, they fling writs around like confetti in this space at times, don't they? But I mean, it's kind of in this territory of where I suggested it might be at some point, which is that the Saudis will have their own lifespan, their own attitude towards the boxing industry, and eventually not have the necessity to deal with the Eddie Hearns and Frank Warrens of the world if their ultimate aim is to conquer demand and diminish the sport that they're in by being the sole force in it. Now, Frank Lever has a contract with them. First of all, he was the person that opened the door. Let's not forget that prior to this relationship that's now in the world of boxing in terms of the Saudis being so influential, in 2023, Frank was the gatekeeper, was the intellectual capital behind delivering the outcome of Tyson Fury fighting, I think, Francis Ngannou. And everything spiraled off that. And all of a sudden, everybody was feeding off the Saudi teat, weren't they? In came Eddie Hearn, in came everybody else.
Thank God that red light didn't come on about 10 seconds earlier.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm worried about.
No, well, you should have been worried, because if that gone out...
I'm just looking at the pictures of you coming on the screen there. You know, the same as Jamie's got a picture of him where he looks like a gerbil.
Yeah.
Jamie, doesn't he? that picture of him.
Gerbil O'Hara,
You
is
don't
that what you
like
call
it,
it?
yeah. talkSPORT puts adverts up saying it's coming on. And I've just seen a picture of you there.
Yeah.
And you've got, like, Kevin Keegan's Barnet.
What do you mean?
Well, it's gone, isn't it? Your inside forwards have gone.
Well, I'm having a hair transplant. I've made this. I'm having it in a month today. Having a hair transplant.
You're winding me up.
I've told you I'm having a hair transplant.
It's not that drastic.
Well,
you don't need a transplant.
Well, I'm doing it. All right.
And you've not even done like Luke Littler and
what do you mean, Luke?
Cole Palmer.
What do you mean?
They've got the same barber. They're sweeping it. They're sweeping it across, thinking that we don't know. It's a comb over. It's a Bobby Charlton. Luke Littler's got one.
Look, I'll be having a quiff, mate, once I have a hair transplant, all right?
Do you drag the bit over?
No, I don't. Hardly. Look at it.
No, but...
What am I dragging over? What am I dragging what over where?
No, you must have talked to sufferers like yourself. You know, when your inside forwards go...
Yeah, but there's nothing you can do. I can't start dragging it. I can't drag it. Where can I drag it from? My armpit?
When your forehead's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, fine.
Right? Do you... Are you tempted to drag it over like...
Where am I going to drag it from?
You drag it from one side...
I'm not dragging it from anywhere, mate.
You drag it over the baldy bit.
There's no dragging, all right? I'm receding, but I'm going to go for hair transplant.
Because Cole Palmer does it.
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
And Luke Littler. When Luke Littler gets a bit ruffled, you see it.
He's Dean Saw some Jason Cundy still to come. We're going to put two fans head to head. The scarves are off. Ahead of Arsenal as they take on Chelsea this Sunday. First, though, Chelsea and Spanish legend Juan Mata joined the breakfast show this morning and had his say on the sports bar debate from last week. Who's better, JT or Virgil van Dijk?
John, for me, John. And of course, Virgil is fantastic and what he's done for Liverpool is, I respect that. But the personality, the character, what he meant on the pitch, his leadership, and of course, Virgil also. But the way, when I was taking corners and free kicks, I knew that if we had John Terry, if we had Didier Drogba, if we had Gary Cahill, if we had Ivanovic in the box, I just had to put the ball there and it will probably be a chance. So, for me, John is one of the best ever.
Juan Mata, their Chelsea legend, he took the corner that Didier Drogba scored in 19th of March 2012 in Munich that got Chelsea back into the Champions League. I've interviewed him a few times. One of the loveliest men you'll ever meet.
Great player.
Honestly, a lovely player, but yes, beautiful footballer.
Pass and move.
Yeah.
He was. Pass and move.
Yeah.
1-2s.
Yeah.
Great.
You like playing him behind you?
Yeah. I'll tell you who he reminds me of. I played with João Pinto at Benfica. Okay. He was similar. João Pinto was the best I've ever seen at tripping himself up. Honest to God, I'd be right next to him. He'd let a ball roll across his body in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah.
And he'd go past someone, and all of a sudden...
let the pace of the ball run across him, and then...
Yeah, and he'd go over, right? And I'd go, ref. I'd go, ref, that's a foul. And the ref would give a foul, right? And they're all arguing, their players. And I'm going to him, what are you arguing about? It's obvious. It's an obvious foul. And then I'd watch Match of the Day when I got in. He's dived again. He was brilliant at it. Him and Kubilay Turkmaz, another one, Swiss international, played for Galatasaray. He was brilliant at it as well.
Going down.
Like Franny Lee.
Or tripping himself.
For the older listeners. But that is, I've heard you arguing about that all week. Jermaine Pennant. And,
Jammer came on. I wasn't on the show that evening, but it was Jammer and Jamie.
I find it hard to pick between them two. John Terry and Virgil van Dijk.
It's a debate that has no correct answer.
Yeah, and John Terry.
It's a preference.
I would say Virgil van Dijk is a bit like Paul McGrath, an absolute Rolls Royce.
Yes,
but the rules have changed since John Terry's finished. It's now non-contact football.
It's interceptions, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Well, John Terry could intimidate you and hurt you.
Yeah. Well, he
like an old-fashioned centre-half, as well as being a modern centre-half. Both score goals from set plays and whatever. Both leaders. I find it hard to pick between them two.
I'm going JT.
Good partnership.
Right? I'm going JT.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, it's Chelsea.
Yeah, of course I'm with
Yeah, I find it hard to pick, honestly, and you can say I played for Liverpool, but I just find it, both of them were brilliant centre-backs.
We got the lines. 03717 2233. Let's go and speak to Tim, who's a Forest fan. All right, Tim.
Hi, Tim. Jason. How you doing?
All right, Tim. I'm good. I'm good, bud. How are you? What's going on in your world? What's happening?
Well, I'm very well. Feeling kind of mixed emotions about Forest not performing brilliantly tonight, but managing to get through to the last 16.
Yes, a bit worried, were you, at 2-0 down, I bet?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
What'd you phoned up for?
Phoned up, first time caller, and reason for phoning was listening to that bloke talking absolute tosh about English players in teams that are successful in the Premier League.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Looking at Arsenal's current team, looks like they're going to win the league with a core of Spanish goalkeeper, French and Brazilian centre backs, Spanish centre mid in Zubimendi, and then you've got Jesus, Havertz, and Gyökeres up front, who none of them are English either.
I don't get that argument as well. I mean, it's basically we are a nation, certainly at the Premier League, where we have foreign owners, we have foreign managers, we have foreign players. It doesn't bother me one little bit. But to say that you want a team to win the Premier League because they have a certain amount of English players, I think is tosh as well.
Well, I can understand if you support that club. If you support that club, we all want to see.
He's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, but so if he's a Liverpool fan, right, you want to see people like Robbie Fowler, Steven Gerrard.
We all do.
Chelsea do. They want to see Frank Lampard. You want to relate to someone who's come through the ranks. And it's a shame that, I know it's turned out differently. Now, who's the midfield player that Chelsea had to sell in the summer?
Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
English.
They had to sell him because of these
I don't know
financial fair play rules. And the fans were devastated when he left, by the way. Yeah. So I can understand.
Yeah, I mean, we've got one of our own, Ryan Yates, centre midfield, and it's brilliant seeing how he's come through this system.
Yeah, and you've got Anderson, you've got Gibbs White, you've got Williams, Welsh.
Yeah,
fullback.
I've thrown a Welsh in.
Yeah,
absolutely. Forest have got a few British players, English, British.
Why are you throwing a Welsh in? No one cares.
Well, he's a good player, isn't he? He's one of their best players, isn't he?
He's good. Yes.
We've also done really well with our Brazilian and South American contingent. with Murillo at the back.
Yeah, Murillo's good.
Jesus has been doing a difficult job up front for us, but yeah.
All right, bud. Listen, appreciate the call. Well done. Congratulations, Slate.
Cheers, Dino.
Cheers.
Doesn't matter where you're from, Chase. It doesn't matter where you're from. When you pull the shirt on,
of course,
are you trying?
Yeah, of course.
With all your heart.
That's it. That's all you want. That's all you want, Dino.
That's all you want.
Dino'd you off.
When I was managing as well, I wouldn't care where you were from. Are you going to make the team better?
That's all you're worried about, mate. Let's go. Should we go and speak to, who is that there? Abdi. Let's go and speak to Abdi. All right, Abdi? He's Gooner. Abdi.
Hi, Abdi.
You all right, boys? How's it going?
All right, Abdi. Yes, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, boys. But how's it going tonight?
Yeah, we're okay. You Gooner's going to win it, aren't you?
Mate, boys, so what? I want to use this platform to quickly give a message out to the people that listen to you and to yourselves, boys. Because you know what? I've got to play my part in this revolution. So Arsenal, I believe this season is going to bring something to you all that you've never seen. Forget yourselves, but your forefathers ain't seen.
What do you mean? What are you on about, Abdi? What are you on about?
We're bringing something to you, like entertainment to your flat screens. If you're in the pitch watching the games, if you're international, you're watching it from an international country. We're bringing to you something called a quadruple, something that the Premier League has never seen.
What have we never seen? Come on, here we go. You are exactly the caller I wanted to show off how unbearable Gooners can be. Keep going.
No, because you know what? I've seen a lot of people that don't want to like emphasise their confidence and like share their confidence with others. You've got to be honest. Arsenal right now are the best team in the world. And
hold on, whoa.
Jace, who's better than Arsenal? If there was a one-off game now with Real Madrid and Arsenal, or Bayern Munich and Arsenal, I'd back Arsenal to beat anyone.
Yeah, but you got to prove it. You can't just phone up and say right now. Yeah, but this is the problem. Once you've done it, then you can say it.
Well,
right?
That's the point. That's the whole point. I'm going to bring a revolution to you. I'm going to bring something you've never seen.
Oh, here we go. What are you going to wait? I'll tell you something you've never seen. You've never seen a Champions League.
Well, that's the whole point.
So you're going to win it, are you?
You're not expecting it.
Yeah, go on. Keep going.
You're not expecting it.
What are you about?
You're not expecting nothing from me right now because obviously you're.
We haven't won nothing right now.
That's it. But right now, I am the best team to win it.
Sorry, have you got the telly on in the background? What's going on, Abdi?
Let me turn it off.
Yeah, have some respect, Abdi.
He's in Arteta's office. Hamstring from last week.
Hamstrings? What are you watching there? Abdi?
Telly was on for the little one. But go on anyway.
What were you watching?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hamstrings and whatnot going on here. Go on, continue.
Yeah, go on. You carry on in your rant.
So I'm saying right now, that there's no team right now. Forget about the international side of things. Let's talk about Britain right now. Let's talk about the Premier League. Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm about to break records in the sense of I don't care about the most goals scores. Look, I said this from the beginning of the season, 38 goals, I would win the league, with 38 of them being all penalties. I don't care how the game looks. Mm-hmm. Competition's competition, mate. I'm here to lift cups, and I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah? No one's going to disagree with that.
All right, so what do you want to say?
I just want the people like you who shout your mouth off when you haven't won a Premier League in 22 years. You've never won the Champions League. Yet you're going to win the quadruple.
I've got the best team to back it.
The best team doesn't always win it. Right now talking, I've got Bukayo Saka. Yeah, I've got Saka, who's the world-class player right now in my team. I've got Odegaard, captain genius. I've got Saliba. I've got defence centre. I've got the best centre-backs.
Are you on about Football Manager?
I've got the best centre-backs in the world, mate.
But you do realise that if Man City win all their games, they can win the title?
That's them. They can.
I'm just saying. I know you can as well if you win all games. I'm just saying that Man City have got themselves where it's in their own hands. I know you do too, but,
Look, you could talk for Man City if you wanted. You're a Man City fan. I don't know.
I'm not a Man City fan. I just don't want Arsenal to win it.
You could talk for them. But right now, I'm telling you right now, the odds are on my end right now, and I'm going to speak the most about it, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to stand on the tallest building and shout it off right now.
Have you got total faith in your manager?
I've got enough to back it. I've got enough to grab it, yes.
Do you think, I think the only dilemma he's got is when to take the handbrake off and go after teams and just say, we're going to score more than you? Because he has got a sort of, he does sometimes just sit back and think, go on, come at us and we'll break on you. So it's tactics for Arteta now, all the way in. He's got the best players.
I reckon Arteta's going to sit back now and let the team do their thing.
Okay. You've got my mob at the weekend, Abdi. Chelsea boys. Yeah, the club world. Have some respect for the Club World Champions, right? Before you stop renting.
Look, I'll tell Chelsea right now, try to get the top four. That's all you need to worry about. But right now, we're coming to destroy your 3 points. We're taking that off you, look. Those 3 points are with us. And the bloke that spoke earlier on, the Arsenal fan, we'll do it with 1-0. And we will do it at 8-9 minutes. We don't care how dirty it is. We're here to play a dirty game. It's competition, mate.
Abdi.
He's gone, has he?
Yep. Yeah, he's still there. Abdi, phone the sports bar on Monday night. Make sure you do all right.
Hey, I'll call you Monday night, and I'll call you exactly on the last minute of the Premier League when we lift it. And on top of that, I'll call you right after the quadruple. And what are you going to say to me then?
Well, I'll be saying if you win it, well done. If you don't win it, what are you going to say?
Well, I don't need a well done.
What are you going to say?
So much stress right now.
What are you going to say if you don't win it?
On social media, every one of you lot that are not Arsenal fans, and I'm going to give a message out to the Arsenal fans. Yeah. I'm going to say, speak it, talk it, say it, do what you want to do. No one's got to break your. No one's going to break your chains. It's in your hands.
That's why people hate Arsenal. Abdi, have a good weekend, except for Sunday afternoon.
Mindful, mate. Take care.
Cheers, bud.
Hey, by the way, I forgot to ask you. Like, Gorkarez is looking better, isn't he?
He is. But I don't know how much. I don't know, because Spurs are so bad. I don't know how. There was something. Somewhere in between is the truth. Arsenal were excellent. Spurs were terrible. Somewhere's in the truth. In the middle is the truth, right?
Well, I agree with you at some point, because is it Polinia?
Yes. No, he's not a centre half, is he?
My goodness.
Dragosan, Polinia, and Van.
He was.
Yeah. He didn't think like centre half, mate.
No, he's getting dragged out of position. He's getting nutmegged. When he scored, Gorkarez, did you watch him on his heels?
Yeah, no, he's not centre half though. Anyway, keep the calls coming, gang. In a second, we put two fans head to head. The scarves are off. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Of course, it's this Sunday. While listening to the Sports Ways, Dean Saunders, I'm Jason. Now, this is talkSPORT. We're talkSPORT Bet.
Chatting in the office earlier, we're discussing Arsenal, how they've embraced the dark arts under Arteta, time wasting, being annoying to play against, bit of housery. We wanted to know whether you're a fan of the way Arsenal go about their business. Here's Cundy's take on Arsenal's housery and dark arts from last season.
And also, who are Arsenal? And what have they done in the last 20 years? Seriously? How can they be taking that battle there? Quieten yourselves down. You're a good side, really good team, and showed that the weekend. You're probably going to be second again.
Yeah.
When you win something, then you can shout from the houses. Then you can start doing all this housery. Then it's built on nothing other than, it comes from Arteta. He loves to promote, and it's fine. Arsenal fans would love it, and I totally get it. I watched Chelsea under Jose, right? Jose won things. Jose won Premier League. Back-to-back Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
He was there. You earn the right.
Yeah.
You earn the right. And right now, Arsenal haven't earned the right to be doing that sort of housery.
What's your take on that, Jace? Because I know you've got a different opinion now.
Well, Arsenal are earning the right. Anyone that's ever listened to me over the years, I've got no problem with players housery, diving, conning the ref, going down injured, all of that, right? I've got no problem with that. And Arsenal now are earning, in my opinion, earning the right to do this. Hello, good evening. Thanks for your company. You are listening to the Sports Bar here on talkSPORT. He's Dean Saunders. I'm Jason Cundy. Around about 25 minutes' time, we're going to open the lines from Midnight Train to Madness. 03717 223344. No sport, no politics, no religion, nothing too serious. Other than that, anything goes within reason. Phone up and have a chat to myself and Deanie. You might want some relationship advice. Come to two men who know all about that. OK, now it's time to have a look at Arsenal versus Chelsea on the weekend with talkSPORT Bet.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Stay on the ball with our safer gambling tools. Find out more at talksportbet.com. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
It's absolutely disgusting. I've had enough, mate. It's just ridiculous. They really are miles behind everyone else. I think we're going to win it this season.
It's not good enough. Happy Deer's top of the league, eh?
What a player he is. Honestly, they haven't got a chance. Come on.
I'm not going to be nice. I want to rub it in.
The scarves are off.
Yes, this is the Sports Bar Premier League fixture of the weekend. The scarves are off, where every Thursday we choose one of the big weekend fixtures, but a fan from each side head-to-head of the game. Introducing the home corner tonight from North London. It's Rory Talks Football, host of the Back Post podcast. Rory, good evening.
Evening, Rory.
Oh, he looks nervous. Look at him.
Guys.
Oh,
How
he
you
looks
doing?
nervous.
Not
He looks worried.
Very nervous.
Rory, you look nervous, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
And now time to introduce our next contestant. Yes, in the away corner, live from West London, it's Don CFC. Don, up the Chelsea.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Don. Oh, look how comfortable and confident Don looks in comparison with Rory. A man of composure there. OK, boys, let's get straight into it. Let's start with you, Rory. The Arsenal won their last three home games against Chelsea. You've got our number, no doubt about this. You must go into this pretty confident.
Yeah, pretty confident. It's the last time you beat us was you had Lukaku up front in 2021.
Yeah.
We had.
Was that the year we won the Champions League that year?
I forget, unfortunately, but you had Lukaku up front, and that was it. You've not beat us since.
Yeah.
So yeah, and even this year, I mean, within the last month, we've beaten you twice, home and away.
Yeah.
So yeah,
should be easy then, shouldn't it?
Confident.
Should be easy.
That was Lampard, actually. That was Lampard, not Tuchel. That was Lampard that did that, right? At your Grand Rory, that game with Lukaku.
Oh, I can't remember who. Possibly.
I think the manager was
yeah.
Lampard. I think then Tuchel came in after during the season. Yeah.
Don,
long time ago.
Don, look, he's right. We haven't beaten them for a while. It's this reminds me a little bit like the mid to late 2000s where we would do that to Arsenal. They're doing that to us.
100%, man. I grew up on Drogba, the Arsenal slayer. Every game against Arsenal, I knew I was going to leave with something with Drogba. Hazard as well. But recently, we just can't get a dub on these guys. It's a mentality block. We always have key players out before we play them. You know what I mean? They always have something over us. Last season, it was a set piece at the Emirates. This time round, we're not, defending corners well. I'm not confident right now because Chelsea are just very unpredictable. And I don't really know who's going to be available. Esteval might not be there. Our bench is quite weak at the minute, Rory. So we're basically depending on our starting 11 to have a good game. And Cole Palmer, when it comes to the Emirates, he tends to not be there. You know what I mean? So I hope he's there because we need a big game from him. I thought he was poor last week. You know what I mean? So this weekend, we need him to bounce back and show us that he's a world-class player that a lot of us say that he is.
Can you only think back to Drogba? I mean, Chelsea haven't got anyone like Drogba now.
No. Well, no,
Drogba could turn a clearance into a goal. He'd race in between two centre-backs and turn it into a goal. If you didn't cross the ball, he'd go mental. If you didn't hit long balls over the top for him, he'd go mad. He could score any type of goal. And he could win you the game when you're playing bad.
He's a distant memory.
So I just think all the money that Chelsea have spent, I mean, if you sold all them players now, how much would you get back?
Don't know, Dino.
And you haven't got a centre forward that's like top notch.
No, we're not buying players that are ready made. But talking about centre forwards, Rory, Gyökeres, he played really well against Spurs, but I don't know how much I can take from that because Spurs are terrible. But
Spurs are Spurs. Yeah, you can't take much from Spurs. But no, this is a big game for him, I think, because he now leads the way in terms of all of those big striker signings over the summer. He's got more goals than all of them in all comps this season, which is great. But I think the one question mark is, can he do it against the bigger and better teams? And this would be a great time to show that he can. I'd also like Kai Havertz back for this game because he's been a bit of a Chelsea slayer since he left you. Kind of seems to absolutely hate you. So between the two of them, it should be fun.
Don?
Yeah, listen, he's right. Havertz, he seems to, really love this fixture at the minute. I think the way he left the club, a lot of Chelsea fans troll him online and he gives it back. It's part of the game, end of the day. But we need João Pedro to turn up because he's been scoring a lot of goals recently. The last game we went there to the Emirates, he had a very good game. He was one of the players that deserved to leave with something. So I'm expecting a similar sort of game from him. Like I said, we need Palmer behind him. Or if Palmer plays off the right, Enzo in the middle with Santos and Caicedo, balance that midfield, make sure that we can actually boss the game, right? And then we go from there. We need to attack Arsenal. If we sit back, we ain't going to win. We ain't going to win this game. We need to score first. We haven't scored there since we finished 12th, right? And that was Madueke. You know what I mean? So we need to make sure that we turn up, man.
I'm being honest here, right? I think Arsenal are going to paste Chelsea. Pasting.
Yeah.
It's not just going to be a...
Look, we're not Spurs, all right? So we're not Spurs.
I just think they're just too good.
They're not. Well, look, they played the league game. They couldn't beat us for 10 minutes at Stamford Bridge. We had 10 men for an hour.
I know, but I just think when it matters, coming up now, they've got the bench. You look at the bench.
Look, there's the reason they're top of the table. I understand all that. They are a side that's been built for this moment. It does feel like it's their time. But Rory, you lot are going to be so unbearable, mate. You're unbearable now. You haven't even won anything.
Yeah, I heard you say that earlier.
Yeah,
as well.
unbearable. A lot of you.
I don't know what we've done wrong. We're just minding our own business, trying to get through life.
You gooners do not mind your own business. That's something you definitely do not do.
That's all I'm trying to do. Just get on with them. I've been enjoying not talking about football this week. It's nice to have a midweek off, But we get dragged out to defend our club, and everyone's coming at us from left, right, and centre.
Why do you think that is?
I couldn't tell you.
Have a guess.
Honestly.
Just have a wild guess.
Honestly,
go on.
It's just.
No, have a wild guess. I'll tell you what, Don. Don, you tell him why all clubs are gunning for Arsenal. Are going for Arsenal that don't want them to win the title. You tell him.
Listen, all of us, man. I saw Liverpool come to the Emirates. They could have got something. Wolves nearly got something if it wasn't for those own goals, Rory. You know what I mean? There's been a few teams. United managed to get something. We need to attack. Have that mentality that we can beat these guys. Because I've been to the Emirates and the Ashburton army ain't scary, mate. Right?
Yeah, but
they get quiet after a little bit over there.
Yeah, but you came about 3 weeks ago, and you had to win, and you turned up and decided to play with no wingers.
Yeah, well, listen, I've been saying a few things. I think there's a few witch doctors that work for your club. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have Esteval, we didn't have Palmer that could have started the game. Neto wasn't there, Reece wasn't there. We had to play what we did. His hands were tied. We never have our players against Arsenal. So we need guys fit this weekend.
Palmer has a habit of ducking the game, doesn't he?
He does. He does.
Don, if you're the manager, imagine you're the manager of Chelsea. Give us the players, the plan you've got for the players to beat Arsenal. Give us your team talk. How are you going to beat Arsenal?
You need to make sure that you're controlling that midfield first of all, right? You need to make sure that you're quiet in that crowd. Make sure that the fans are quiet in there. Score that goal first. Because I've seen the Emirates when people score first over there. They get real jittery, right? Your attack, okay, it did really well against Spurs, but it's not an attack that I'm looking at like a Man City. You know what I mean? I think from the set pieces, you're dangerous there. But if we score first, it's all about your mentality, Rory. How are you going to bounce back? Because once Chelsea get into their rhythm, the patterns through that midfield are nice, man. Yeah, Santos has really helped us. We're playing some good football there with Santos, but it's just the moments that keep letting Chelsea down. The last game, Santos, we're about to win the game. He falls asleep in the box, right? These are just basic things that Arsenal don't do. 19 points conceded, from winning positions.
Your team talks, Don, your team talks going haywire.
So look, I need to.
It's all right.
Yeah, they need to mature themselves this weekend, because last week I thought was really unprofessional. I'm seeing Gusto making no look passes. I'm seeing Palmer trying to do trying to put it through people's legs time and time again. Wrong decision making. We need to be really professional this weekend, man, because you won't beat Arsenal if you're trying to mess about. If you fall asleep, Arsenal will just beat you and they'll walk all over you.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. This is going to be a tough game. I go there with my eyes wide open. Rory, prediction, please, bud.
I will go with a solid 2-0 win. Comfortable.
Okay. Don?
I'm going to say 1-1.
Okay. All right. It was 1-1 at the Stamford Bridge.
Can't even back a win.
Just saying, it's 1-1.
What do you think, Jace?
I'll take a draw, mate. Honestly, I'm under no illusions about where we are and who Arsenal are. So I'm taking the draw.
What do you mean you're taking the draw?
I'm taking a draw.
Right, what do you think the score's going to be?
Oh, I'll go with Don, 1-1.
You think it's going to be a draw?
No, I hope it's going to be a draw.
But the thing is, Jace, because you're saying that, it's going to feel better if we win the game.
Yeah, I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I don't think we can. I don't think we are capable of beating them at their place. I'll be honest with that.
Yeah, I'll be very surprised. Very surprised.
Boys, thanks for joining us. Rory.
Lads.
I hope you have a terrible weekend, Raw.
Cheers, you too.
Good. I like that team talk, Don.
Cheers, Don.
See you guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, boys. Don't forget, Sam Matterface, Scotty Minto, Mickey Gray and Perry Groves bring you all the goals as they go in the Premier League on Sunday with Game Day Live at 1:30, including the big one as Arsenal take on Chelsea at 4:30. That was our weekly feature. The scarves are off. Thanks to talkSPORT Bet. Terms and conditions apply. 18+. BeGambleAware.org.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Stay on the ball with our safer gambling tools. Find out more at talkSPORTBet.com. 18+. BeGambleAware.org.
And in about 15 minutes' time, it's the Midnight Train to Madness. No sport, politics, religion, or anything too serious. Other than that, anything goes. Pick up the phone and dial and speak to Dino and me and the listening millions. 03 717 2233 44. Next up, it's tomorrow's back pages.
And have you had any conversations or any kind of contact with Thomas Tuchel? Has he said that he's going to come and see you? Has there been any kind of link to him so that you know that you've got an opportunity of getting yourself in the squad?
No, there's been no conversation, but I don't expect it to be, because he's got so many other players that he has to be watching also, and I'm sure he'll probably be keeping one eye on me and see what I'm doing. But like I said, I just have to be focused on myself, keep my head down, and keep scoring goals, and I'm sure it will come into his way, and my goal scoring, and it'll give myself an opportunity,
I think his only hope is 2 or 3 injuries just before the World Cup. Centre forward injuries, then he might have a chance.
Yeah. But just like he says there, the manager's not contacted him. I know for a fact Thomas Tuchel does. He's big on contacting the players, even FaceTiming them, and seeing how they're getting on. The ones that he maybe doesn't get to some of their games, so
there's
he's not been in
happened,
contact.
Gabby, that we don't know about.
I just think maybe he was in the squad and he wasn't having him in training. Maybe he didn't look as fit as other players. Probably he didn't look as fit as the other players, and maybe in Thomas Tuchel's mind as well. Like we says, you're playing in the Saudi league. You've gone for the money. You should have stayed in the Premier League and signed for a club in the Premier League and playing top flight football. I can't really take you serious when you're over there, and you can't blame the manager, can you, Katie?
If he stayed at Brentford, do you think this would have been a different conversation?
100%. He'd be in that England squad for sure. The way Brentford have played over the years, and he was a top striker, wasn't he? He had everything. He could score from outside the box, great in the air, strong, hold it up.
Yeah.
But when you leave for Saudi Arabia to go and get the crazy money, no one's saying there's a problem in that.
Hello, good evening. Thanks for coming. You're listening to the Sports Bar here on talkSPORT. He's Dean Saunders. I'm Jason Cundy. Around about 10, 15 minutes' time, we're opening the lines to the midnight train to Man. Let's get your calls in now, gang. Don't let me down, right? Come on. I don't have to beg. Don't make me upset. Don't make me angry. 03717 223344. It's a bit of fun on Thursday. We always have that bit of fun on Thursday. As I said, no sport, politics, or reason, nothing too serious, other than anything goes. It's now time for this. Yes, that music man's only one thing. It's time for JC's in the house. JC, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm all right.
Dino, you good?
JC,
Right,
how are you,
mate?
mate? Back pages.
Yeah.
Okay, let's kick off then. Aaron's one. Oh my God, 15. Okay, let's call it 16 million, right?
Yeah.
Payouts, says the back page of the Times. What a payoff he's got. The boy.
16 million. 16 million for him and all his staff, which would bring the whole cost of Amarin to 22 million because, of course, they had to pay money to get him out of Sporting.
But he gets it instalments.
Well, I mean,
4-3 to start with. You'll get... keep it simple.
Keep it simple. 3-4-3. Yeah, great. No, look, Amarin, what a great deal for him. Genuinely, what a great deal for him. You know,
look, they got him out of that contract. They explained to him they wanted him. They said take it or leave it off for now. And, you know, sometimes managerial appointments don't work.
No, they don't. Look, I mean, to be fair to what we'll say with Amarin is he didn't want to take the job in the middle of last season. He wanted a whole pre-season, and then, of course, he comes in, they finish 15th, they lose the Europa League final, and then the summer, it felt like they signed players who could kind of work under any manager rather than maybe necessarily exactly for his 3-4-3 formation, because where was the wing-back signed? Where was the centre midfielder signed? So instead, it was more spending all the money on the front three. And look, it didn't work out. And now you're at a point where Manchester United are playing one game a week and they look like they're set for Champions League football.
The only thing I'd say, he didn't help himself.
No.
Because when you start out as a coach, you try and master a bit of everything. So you know how to make your team play 4-4-2, 4-5-1, 5 at the back. You know every scenario, and he refused to change his thoughts. I was always taught, there's your group of players, find a way of making them win. That's your job. Doesn't matter what happens, you just find a formula with those players that'll get you results. And he didn't do that. He stuck to his guns, and he got himself the sack.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, because I think that when you look at, you're coming in at Manchester United, they need results immediately. Yes, you want to play your style of formation, but maybe it's a case of just adapting the players you have at that moment in time and then working on it slowly. It's about just getting the results, isn't it?
Until you got the players you want.
Exactly.
And you got your own team.
I agree.
He had enough time to do that.
He did. And it never worked.
Anyway, back pages.
Carry on.
Right, what we got? So we got Amarin's. 15.9 million. Makes me want to be a manager again. What about Anthony Gordon? You're centre forward currently.
Yes.
You've lost Isaac. Surely you can't lose Anthony Gordon.
Well, okay, so Arsenal are looking to reignite their interest in Anthony Gordon. It's this summer and hope to land him for £75 million. This is a Sun exclusive. Now, of course, as a Newcastle fan, I watch Gordon week in, week out. I would say since the start of last season, which was after the Euros where he didn't play a lot, and he was linked with a PSR move to Liverpool. He's played well for maybe 5 months, I think, to be honest. I think in the middle of last season, he played well from November to January, and then he got sent off, so he missed the Carabao Cup final. And when he came back, he was useless for the rest of the season. And then this season, on the left wing, he finally scored from open play in the Premier League in over a year at Anfield, playing as the centre forward. However, this month, since that goal at Anfield, he has been excellent for us in all competitions. And he has got 10 goals in the Champions League, and leading the line currently as our number 9. We have looked the best we've looked all season. It's
right, I'm going to make you an offer. I'm going to make you an offer for him, right?
Go for it.
It's up to you to say yes or no.
Yeah.
I'll give you 80 million for him.
Yeah, I'm snapping your hand off immediately.
Are you?
Yeah, I am, yeah. Simply because I do rate him highly, and I do think he has given us a lot, but I do believe he's a player you could improve on. He could use that money elsewhere. There's more important players in the Newcastle team.
Yeah, but you're the richest club in the world.
Yeah, but Dino, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. With the PSR, with the way we are, like in the summer, if Newcastle don't get European football, by the way, which we are absolutely not guaranteed to at all, we're sitting in 11th at the moment. you're at a risk of some of the bigger players potentially moving.
But you can say no to the bid. You don't need the money.
But we did. But we said no to Isak, and then in the end, eventually he went anyway.
That's why I offered you 80.
Yeah, exactly.
Not 130.
He wanted 70 though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'd take it. Yeah.
Okay, back page of the Express, there's a number. There's also on the back page of a number of other players. It's Cole Palmer here. It says broke and broken. Cole Palmer's been left shattered, and Chelsea are suffering from severe burnout. There's also some losses financially that Chelsea have made. It's been announced.
Yeah, so Club World Cup, we know Chelsea won, and as you're going about world champions.
World champions.
Yeah.
Next 4 years.
Yes, exactly, yeah. However, it seems like it has taken its toll certainly on Cole Palmer, and this is from the PFA chief. He's saying he saw Chelsea kind of during the Club World Cup, and afterwards he said they literally looked shattered. And it makes sense when you look at how little break they had between the tournament ending and the Premier League starting. What we were talking about in the break was 2 pre-season games, wasn't it? And then it was straight into
They never had a pre-season.
They didn't have a pre-season.
No. It's a tournament no one asked for. It's a tournament no one wanted. But,
No.
Because Chelsea got over 100 million out.
Yes, I know.
So there was a reason why we went out there.
No, of course. It's just... But with Palmer, it is feeling like when you're watching him, it feels like he's playing at sort of 60, 70%, isn't he?
No, he's nowhere near his best.
Yeah.
He's not. He's nowhere near.
He's a class act.
He's so good. Yeah. He is.
He's not recovered. Yeah, he had, I think 8 weeks out, something like that, and he's never came back the same player.
No.
He's not. There are flashes, there are moments, there are touches, but he used to dominate games. Yeah. And he's nowhere near that level.
No.
Nowhere near it.
No, I mean...
And, he's got a World Cup coming up. He's going to go through another summer. Hopefully he can go as far as he can, might even go to a final, you never know. He will then have, out of, 2 years, he will have probably less than a month's rest in 2 years.
Yeah. Does he start for England for you?
I don't know whether he starts, but I think he should go.
Yeah, I think he should go.
Yeah, I think.
But I think if you'd asked me at the end of last season, is Cole Palmer starting for England? I would have said absolutely yes. And now I don't think he starts.
No, I'm not sure he does start, but I think it'll be a full Tuchel if he doesn't take him.
Oh yeah, no, I agree because he's got that moment of magic in him.
He does.
100%.
Right, back page of the Guardian, Jack. Constitution Hill.
Yes.
I mean, it's a strange one. This one, I don't know where both.
Yeah.
They could have gone both ways. Yeah. He's either going to carry on running on the flat. Or he's going to run in the champion hurdle.
It was on breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
So
Big Al was talking about it.
Yeah, what do you think?
What do I think? Yeah, because horse. Yeah, no, fair enough. Constitution Hill, legendary horse, to be fair. And I think I saw Henderson said he's going to potentially with
I think so. Henderson was on breakfast this morning.
Yeah. So he's saying he's going to stop. I can't remember if it's flats or jumps, but yeah, he says he's going to
hurdles and fences.
Jack, it's not in the paper.
No, we're not.
I know it's not. It's every time I come in with him. It's every time I come in with him.
We're going to go to a break. On the way out, whack him around the back of the ears. Next up is the Midnight Train to Madness, gang. Get your calls in now. 03717 22 3344. No sport, no politics, no religion, nothing too serious. Other than that, anything goes.